Well, questions being raised tonight about a new pilot program that'll give migrant families a reloadable prepaid credit card to buy food and baby supplies.
All right, it would replace the food boxes given to asylum seekers staying in hotels. Fox 5's Jessica Formoso has more on how it would all work.
Some migrant families will soon be given prepaid credit cards to buy food and baby supplies. The mayor's office says the city is partnering with Mobility Capital Finance to launch a more cost-effective program. Right now, the city has contracts with food services who provide non-perishable food boxes to shelters. They will start with 500 migrant families with children in short-term hotel stays. The cards can only be used at bodegas, grocery stores, supermarkets, and convenience stores.
We're just giving this migrant population more free stuff at the expense of New York City taxpayers.
In a statement, the mayor's office says, in part, quote, not only will this provide families with the ability to purchase fresh food of their culturally relevant diets and the baby supplies of their choosing, but the pilot program is expected to save New York City more than $600,000 per month or more than $7.2 million annually.
I'm not going to be thankful that a program that was bloated and inefficient is somehow cheaper to just give away free money to people in the hopes that they feed themselves.
According to the New York Post, this pilot program will cost the city $53 million. The amount loaded on the card will depend on the family size.
They're deflecting attention away from their incompetency, and they're not holding accountable the people that had prior contracts.
Paramalu is with artists, athletes, and activists. He says the Adams administration is setting up the migrants for failure.
Purchasing food at the supermarket is not cheap anymore. And on top of that, they don't have kitchens. So how are they going to purchase the food that they want?
The families who get these credit cards will be required to sign an affidavit swearing they will only use them for food or baby supplies. Those who violate the terms could be kicked out of the program. In Midtown, I'm Jessica Formoso, Fox 5 News.
Hey, well, this is Zaccheus with another live word of the day. And today we're talking about it. Today I'm talking about the migrants getting prepaid credit cards out of New York City tax earners' hard-earned money. And this is funded by, taxpayers' hard-earned money. I'm talking about the prepaid debit and credit cards that migrants are getting, they're receiving. According to the source of New York City Post, New York City launches a $53 million program to hand out prepaid credit cards to migrant families. Nothing wrong with helping the migrant families. I'm not against that. I'm against the free handouts. I'm against the incompetence of helping the homeless and helping the hardworking people that was striving to get assistance and been living here, been serving the community, and been living here forever. And yet you give people that just got here free privileges. Nothing wrong. I'm not mad against the migrants. I'm mad against the system and the way they operating. That's what I'm a little bit annoyed with. Now, Paramalu even said it himself, is a setup for failure. Those who don't know, Paramalu is a person that been on the trenches helping the migrants with the bus system in New York City. He's a forerunner. He's an activist. He's a forerunner in New York City with fitness, and he's a philanthropist. And my thing is this: he even said it himself in the news that I just shared in the beginning of the video, that you're setting the people up for failure. You cannot say that you're helping people and you're not allowing them to work, allow them to put their hard work in the trenches, meaning that, what I mean by that is meaning that allow them to earn it instead of just giving it for free. And Paramalu said it best. It's a recipe for failure. And I'm surprised that Mayor Eric Adams is making all the sacrifices and all the comfortability. Nothing wrong with helping migrants, but don't make it to a point where you're squeezing the hardworking man and you're just ignoring the people that's been here for eternity in New York City, people that's been here for a long time, and yet you're giving people that just got here the privileges that we don't even get while we're here. But a lot of us are born here and pay tax, and we're paying taxes every month. Taxes are squeezed out our checks, paychecks. A lot of Americans are homeless. A lot of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck, and yet, it seems like when the migrants come, it seems, and I'm gonna call it out, it's a publicity stunt to get more democratic, to make them citizens eventually, and to get more democratic votes. And if we get, and just more democratic votes, push aside the Republicans and get more democratic votes, because the migrants are gonna say that you was the one that brought them in, you was the one that helped them, give them free prepaid debit cards with money on it, depending on the size of the family, and also because of that, you got me in the country for opportunity. So therefore, I have to vote. I have no choice but to vote Democratic. It's a publicity stunt, and those who believe so, that's what it is. That's exactly what it is. Publicity stunt. Yes, a lot of Americans are going for SNAP and can't get it. You have to have this, you have to have these documents, you have to have that document, you have to have this document, you have to have so many documents just to apply for SNAP, and you don't get it. Some people are living paycheck to paycheck and still can't get SNAP. Still can't get SNAP. They make it difficult for you to get. You have to lie in order to get SNAP. You got to say that you're making at least $30,000 a year, and you know that's unrealistic to survive for even a single person to survive with $30,000 a year in New York City, with a high cost of living, high cost of groceries, and SNAP is very similar to the prepaid debit cards that the migrants are getting. Same thing, but the migrants are getting more, at least $1,000 loaded on their prepaid cards. At least that. At least they're getting that, depending on the size of their families, and they're getting it for free with no sacrifice, probably most likely no documents needed. But Americans that apply for SNAP, you have to have this document. You have to have proof where you work. You have to have proof of your income, proof of the bills that you have. You have to have all these documents, and you still don't. And you still say that, and sometimes it's still with a result of, oh, you're ineligible. But yet, the migrants come here all of a sudden now, and you're pulling them in. All of a sudden now, they get it for free. They get it for free, $1,000. SNAP, you only get maybe about $500, I think, or maybe about $500 you get on your SNAP. I never had a SNAP debit card, but I know a lot about it, so I know people that have it. I think you get at least $500 on your SNAP debit card in New York City. But the migrants that come to New York City is already preloaded prepaid credit card with $1,000. Depending on the size of your family, that's the size. Some of them can lie and say they have 10 kids in their family and get maybe $2,000 worth of grocery spending money on their prepaid debit cards. Unbelievable. And yeah, those who don't know what SNAP is a supplement nutrition assistance program. It's to help New Yorkers that are making under $50,000 to help them with groceries and food and groceries. It's helping them with groceries in the supermarket, bodegas, what they call little grocery stores and things like that. That's what the program is made up for. But yet, it's difficult to get. It's a nice gesture. The government provides SNAP, but you have to have all these proof of documents just to get it, and most likely you still don't get it. And the migrants are here. They goes once again, brother Mayu, helping the migrants. Say He was um on the scene, on the field, helping migrants with the bus coming in with the buses, helping their DJs, lifting up a little young girl that just came off the bus, and he was helping a whole lot. And he's still helping, but I'm with him. I'm with brother Power Malu and the gentleman that just spoke on the that said that New York City, yeah, you're giving migrants this prepaid credit card to the expense of New York City taxpayers' money. I agree with him 100%. You know, and then you're hoping that they use the prepaid credit card to buy groceries. I don't know. I mean, they could be. I mean, Mayor Eric is going to be giving them these prepaid credit cards, and if they catch them, they can buy the prepaid credit card to do all type of stuff with it. They can lie and say they have a huge family, and buy up all. You have more than what hardened Americans have. New York City citizens have. Yeah, they can go in a splurge, clothes, better clothes than you and me, clothes. Yeah, not only food, clothes, and everything, but that's if they catch him. Are you really think that they're gonna really police them like that? I don't think so. All I know is that they're gonna give them these prepaid credit debit cards, and they're gonna go to town shopping. And yes, I believe, help them out. I'm not saying not to help out the migrants. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying the same energy you're giving people that are just coming into the country, give the same energy to homeless people, give the same energy to people that have been working, that people that's living check to check, that are striving to struggle to get groceries. Give them a little, just give them a little help. Give them a little help. That's all I'm saying. Give us a little help because it's tough. A lot of us are living check to check. A lot of us, groceries went up in price. A lot of us are struggling to put groceries in our refrigerators. And I'm just saying that it's not fair that people that just got, would they do that? If you go to their country, would they give you prepaid stuff and resources like that? I don't think so. I know that the answer is no. All I'm saying is that you come in with that energy, give people that have been striving to get SNAP, striving to have a better chance of different opportunities and privileges. Give them this, especially ones that have been here a long time. They have some veterans, war veterans, that's homeless on the street, been here, served the country, and they're still homeless. But yet, you bring the migrants in and they get prepaid, possibly up to $1,000 on their prepaid credit card. Come on, yeah. So I'm saying this. Yes, help them out. But don't ignore the homeless. Don't ignore people that sacrifice and hard-earned taxpayers' money, New York City taxpayers' money, and squeezing us just to help the migrants out as much as possible. Yes, but don't do that. I agree. You're setting them up for failure. You're giving people free. If you give anybody free, what do you think is going to happen? What do you think is going to happen? They're going to take it to their advantage, use it for their advantage, and take it for granted and do whatever they want with the money. They're not going to catch everybody. I don't know who they're fooling. They said they're going to catch everybody. They're not going to catch everybody. I don't know who they're fooling. Yeah, man, when I heard that they were giving the New York City, Mayor Eric Adams was given, he was a supporter of free prepaid debit cards, 53 million to migrants. And I was like, wow, they're gonna be squeezing us with taxes now, squeezing our checks. They're squeezing hard-earned New York City's, New Yorkers' tax money like crazy. When I heard that, I was like, wow, I gotta speak about this. Because, listen, a lot of us are working hard. A lot of us are living check to check. A lot of us are working 60 hours a week. A lot of us working a lot of overtime. A lot of us are trying to apply for SNAP and can't get it. A lot of us is, 60 hours a week working to the bone. And yet they're going to hard-earned New Yorkers' money, squeezing them to give prepaid card to the migrants. I could not believe my ears when I heard that. I could not believe my ears. I was dumbfounded. I was like, wait a minute. The migrants never said they didn't want to work. The migrants want to work. They want opportunity and they want to work. Now, when you give to some people, and I can't say all, when you give people free money, free stuff, some people will use it for, they'll lie and say they have a lot of people in their family. They'll use it and they'll misuse it. Now they they'll find a way to get around just buying groceries and do their own thing with the money. It's free money. I can lie and say I have 10 kids in my family. It's free money. You're giving away free money. You're giving away free money. If I went to Ukraine, you think they'll give me free money for coming in as a migrant? You know the answer to that is. So, you think it's right that prepaid cards, nothing wrong with helping women and children. I'm not saying the women and children to work. The women and children, kids got to go to school. The women can work. Oh, my bad. The women can work and the men can work. The women can work and the men can work. Women and men can work. But when you're giving, let them put their soil in America ground and work. Let them sacrifice and work. Let them get the fabric of America and work. Let them get the fabric of America and work. Let them work. But to give $1,000, depending on what size of family, prepaid money, all that money, they get more than people that get SNAP. People that SNAP usually get like $500. I said that earlier. But like what Brother Power Malu said, recipe for disaster. I'm just going to sit back and watch what happens when they get these prepaid cards. It may work to a lot of people, they're going to use it, and they're going to use it to help to feed their families. But some, remember, you're dealing with human beings. You're dealing with people. But some going to use it and take advantage of it. Take total, use it for other than just groceries. You think they're going to be policing everybody? Nah. Well, the live word of the day is coming out of Hebrews 13, verses 16. Do not neglect to do good and to share what you have, for such sacrifices are pleasing to God. So yes, give to people. Yes, bless people what you have. But don't just give it to them. Teach them how to get it. Well, this is Zaccheus with another live word of the day. God bless and be safe out there. Peace and blessings. And thank you for tuning in.